Earlier we explored a variety of ways of creating PDF documents. We've looked at printing to PDF, exporting to PDF, and we've used Acrobat itself to create PDF files from standard file formats like TIFF and JPEG. We've even explored methods of creating PDF files that are built into programs like Microsoft Word. But many of the built-in methods don't give you access to the full set of Acrobat's tools and capabilities. So Adobe developed a specific tool that works directly in Word, Excel, and other Office applications that allows you to create rich, dynamic PDF documents. This tool is called the PDF Maker, and it's installed automatically into most Office applications, including Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Publisher, and Visio, to name a few. In this chapter, we're going to explore the PDF Maker and how it works in the most popular Office applications, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Unfortunately, the PDF Maker is a Windows-only application. So Mac users, just sit back and watch, or go on to the next chapter. In this lesson, we're going to explore the process of building native Adobe PDF files within Microsoft Word. Unfortunately, the features we'll be covering exist only on the 32-bit version of Office for Windows. So everyone else, just sit back and watch. If you don't have Word running, go ahead and launch it now. Then, open the file, make PDF from Word from the Chapter 4 folder. Earlier, we looked at how to print to the PDF format and how to create PDF files from Word's built-in command under the Save As menu. But the files made from these methods don't take advantage of the full richness supported by the PDF format. That's why Adobe created the PDF Maker add-on for Microsoft Office. In fact, the only place you can create PDF files richer than in Microsoft Word is in Adobe's own Creative Suite applications. The PDF Maker is added to Word when you install a full version of Acrobat, either as a standalone application or as part of the design or web versions of the Creative Suite. To access the PDF Maker, select the Acrobat tab here at the top of the ribbon bar. If you don't see the Acrobat tab, you may need to activate it in the File menu under Options. Go ahead and select Add-ins, and then choose COM Add-ins from the Manage pop-up menu. Click Go. Here you should see the Acrobat PDF Maker. If it's unchecked, go ahead and check it now and click OK. If no changes are made in this dialog box, go ahead and click Cancel. If you don't see the Acrobat PDF Maker add-in at all, you may need to reinstall Acrobat. To save this file as a true Adobe PDF, select the Acrobat tab now and choose Create PDF. If you click the Save button, PDF Maker will create a PDF file, but you might be wondering what type of PDF? Screen, print, interactive? Once inside this dialog, you don't have a way of choosing. You may think of clicking on the Options button, but this doesn't give you any choices except for the PDF-A format. To select the type of PDF file you want to create, cancel out of this dialog and return to the Acrobat tab and click on the Preferences icon. This will open the PDF Maker Preferences dialog box, which is very similar to the PDF Settings dialog box we explored earlier in the training. So many of the settings may seem familiar to you already. Here you can choose one of the standard PDF presets like High Quality Print, Press Quality, Smallest File Size, or Standard, or the PDF-A or PDF-X standards. You can click the Advanced Settings button to modify the existing standards or create one of your own. You can click this option to view the PDF file when it's complete. Click this option to be prompted for a file name. Leave this option unchecked, and the PDF Maker will use the name of the Word file as the name of the PDF file. Checking this option converts the Word's document information into Acrobat metadata. Choosing the PDF-A option converts the file into an archive quality file. Choose this option to include the original Word document as an attachment to the PDF file. Click this option to create bookmarks. This option creates links and other dynamic content. You can choose Enable Accessibility and Reflow to add tags to your document, which will be important later on for creating comments. Under the Security tab, you can select whether the file will require a password to open
or add a permissions password, which will prevent people from making changes to the PDF document, as well as copying and pasting and printing the contents. Under the Word tab, you can choose this option to convert your Word comments into Adobe PDF annotations. Choose this option to convert your footnote and endnote links. Choosing this option enables advanced tagging. Tagging is specifically needed for making your PDF files accessible to people with disabilities, but it's also vital for converting comments created in Acrobat and then allowing you to re-import them back into your Word file. You may remember that Word allowed you to convert text styled as headings into bookmarks. But if you use other styles, you are out of luck. The PDF Maker allows you to designate any style as a bookmark. To designate any particular paragraph style as a bookmark, just click this checkbox. To remove this item as a bookmark, go ahead and deselect it. When you're done selecting any desired settings, go ahead and click OK to finalize your choices. You can also click Cancel to return to the original settings. Now, the next time you click on the Create PDF icon, the PDF file will be created according to the specifications you just selected in that dialog box. But before we create the PDF, let's take a look at some of the other options offered by the PDF Maker. Clicking this icon will create a PDF file and automatically attach it to an email message, which you can then send out to one or more recipients. Click Mail Merge if you've created a mail merge document that you'd like to save directly to PDF. This feature also allows you to send the merged document out directly by email if the recipient's email address was stored in your merged data. The next feature will be very important to users who need to send documents out for review, but may not want to send out the actual Word file. Or it may be that the recipients don't have Word installed on their own computers. This option will convert the Word file into a PDF that can store Acrobat annotations in a way that can be re-imported into the original document, and then integrated with the normal comment and review cycle in Word. We'll explore these features later when we cover the comment and review features in Acrobat. PDF Maker also allows you to embed Flash animation and video into your Word files. These elements will become active once the file is saved to a PDF format that supports Flash. Remember, PDF-A and PDF-X formats do not support dynamic content. When you're ready to create your PDF file, click the Create PDF icon. Click Save to use the name of the Word file as the name of the PDF file. And in a few seconds, the PDF document will open. As you can see, the PDF Maker generated bookmarks automatically and should have converted and preserved any hyperlinks and other dynamic content. Remember though, a dynamic PDF document may end up several times larger in file size than a flat file created by using the print drivers or Acrobat Distiller. If preserving dynamic content is not important, then you may want to choose one of the other methods to create a smaller PDF file. Similar to Word, the PDF Maker in Microsoft Excel gives you the ability to create rich, dynamic PDF files from your spreadsheets and workbooks. Unfortunately, like Word, it only exists in the Windows version of Word, so Mac users, just sit back and watch. If Excel isn't running, go ahead and launch it now. Open the file, make PDF file from Excel, from the Chapter 4 folder. The PDF Maker should be installed automatically when a full version of Acrobat is installed. You can access the PDF Maker from the Acrobat menu here at the top of the ribbon bar. In older versions of Excel, you should see the PDF Maker icons in the toolbar. If you don't see the Acrobat tab, you may need to activate it under the File menu in Options. Choose Add-ins and then select COM add-ins from the Manage pop-up menu and click Go. Here you should see the Acrobat PDF Maker in the list. If there is no checkbox, go ahead and check the box and then click OK. If you didn't make a change in this dialog box, go ahead and click Cancel. If you don't see the PDF Maker in the list at all, you may need to reinstall Acrobat. Or you may not see it because you have the 64-bit version of Office and not the 32-bit version. Creating PDF files from your spreadsheets and workbooks is a pretty straightforward process. Since most of the contents of the file will be text and numbers, you don't have to worry too much about quality. The biggest concern you'll have is getting the data to paginate the way you want it to. Excel doesn't use the same page metaphor used in other programs like Word and PowerPoint. The data can appear horizontally or vertically in hundreds of rows and columns and span multiple pages. If you find printing your spreadsheets is always a challenge, then you'll probably have some challenges outputting to a PDF file too. The key question is whether you need to output the spreadsheet eventually to paper. If the answer is no, then you really don't have anything to worry about. You can make each page of the PDF as big as it needs to be to accommodate your data. On the other hand, if you need to print the data eventually, you'll need to give more thought to how you create the PDF document in the beginning. The first step is to configure the existing spreadsheet or workbook to print well to the target printer. Excel offers a lot of settings to help you get the spreadsheet to print effectively. Go to the Page Layout tab and select the paper size and orientation that best suits the spreadsheet. In many cases, just changing the page margins or switching to landscape orientation can fix any problems. This workbook contains 5 different sheets: Totals, East, Midwest, South, and West. Before you can modify any settings, select all 5 sheets by clicking on the first tab and then holding the Shift key and clicking on the last. That way, any changes made to one sheet will be applied automatically to all 5. I usually start with margins. Choose Custom Margins. You could also print out the workbook to see how it fits on paper, but with Excel you don't have to waste the paper to see how the spreadsheet will print. Just click Print Preview here. Before you modify any of the settings, it's important to decide what you want to include in the PDF document. In this menu, you can select to output only the active sheets, or the entire workbook, or the data you have selected out in the interface. Since we have all the sheets selected, you can go ahead and leave Print Active Sheets. As you can see, it's going to print 10 pages. You can also choose whether you're going to print on one side of the sheet of paper or on both sides if your printer supports duplexing. As you can see, the data in the sample spreadsheet doesn't fit entirely on one page in portrait mode. One column is printing by itself on a second page. You could try playing with the margins to see if you can get the data to fit. You could also scale the output to shrink it down to a smaller size. This may not be acceptable for large spreadsheets where the data could end up microscopic. If the data still won't fit entirely on one page, you could also select how it flows by keeping all the columns or all the rows on one page. Luckily, in this case, just flipping the page to landscape orientation will give it plenty of space to print. As you can see now, we're only printing 5 pages, one for each of the worksheets. You'll also notice that the data doesn't completely fill the page, so you may want to center the output to make it look nicer. You can access these settings under the Margins command. Choose Custom Margins, and then choose Center on Page horizontally and vertically. Click OK to keep your settings. You can review the changes by paging through in the Print Preview dialog. Once you've got the page fitting the way you want it on paper, it's time to output it to the PDF format. Select the Acrobat tab now and click Preferences to choose the specific PDF output profile you want to use. Although you may think that since the content of most spreadsheets is vector-based text and numbers, that there won't be much difference in the final file size using these standards, choosing smallest file size can produce a file that's over 3 times smaller than high-quality print. But since the data is still vector-based, you shouldn't have any loss of quality when you view or print the file. You can click this option to view the PDF file after it's created, prompt for a PDF file name, convert the document information into Acrobat metadata, create a PDF-A archive quality file. You can also attach the Excel spreadsheet directly to the PDF file. You can create bookmarks. In this case, the name of the worksheets will be converted to the bookmarks. You can also convert hyperlinks that are in the layout into actual hyperlinks in the PDF file. You can enable accessibility and reflow, creating a tagged PDF file to make it accessible for people with disabilities. You can also convert any Excel comments into Acrobat notes and annotations. You can also have the PDF Maker prompt you to select different sheets in the workbook. Under the security settings, you can choose to require a password to open the file, or a password that will restrict editing and printing of the document, as well as copying the text. When you're done making your selections, click OK to apply the changes, or cancel to return to the previous settings. Let's go ahead and click OK. As with Word, you can create the PDF file and attach it directly to an email and send it out to one or more recipients. There's also an option to create a PDF file and send it out for comment and review. Unlike Word, you won't be able to re-import the Acrobat notes into Excel, but it does simplify the process of the review cycle. Acrobat will handle the tracking and compiling of the comments. We'll take a closer look at this feature later when we explore the comment and review features in Acrobat. Now you're ready to create the PDF file. Just click the Create PDF icon here in the ribbon bar, and the Acrobat PDF Maker dialog box will appear. Configured this way, it's ready to output the entire workbook. But you can override this by choosing Selection to output a worksheet selected in the interface, or click this option to select specific sheets within the list. In this case, you can click on any of the sheets and remove them from the queue. You can also change the order of the queue by moving a sheet up or down within the list. Let's go ahead and leave our selection exactly the way it was and click Convert to PDF. Since we made changes to the workbook, Acrobat PDF Maker wants to save the file before you proceed. Go ahead and click Yes. It'll prompt you for the file name. Go ahead and click Save to use the file name from the Excel file. In a few seconds, the PDF file should open automatically. Note how the bookmarks were created from the sheet names. When you click the bookmarks, Acrobat will take you to the specific data. See how each worksheet appears in its own page? When you use the PDF Maker, hyperlinks and other dynamic content will also be preserved, unless you select a PDF-A or PDF-X standard, which doesn't support such content. I like to use the PDF Maker in Excel whenever I want a no-hassles method for creating a PDF file. It's fast and easy and works every time. This lesson only applies to Windows users. These features are not present in the Mac version of PowerPoint, so Mac users, just sit back and watch. Saving your PowerPoint files in the PDF format is a good way to share your presentations with thousands or even millions of users all around the world, especially with people who don't own PowerPoint. Acrobat, and even Acrobat Reader, provide a good vehicle for most visual presentations. They have their own screen show capability and support video, audio, hyperlinks, and other dynamic content. In many cases, better than even PowerPoint itself. And best of all, the user doesn't even have to have PowerPoint to run the show. They can use Acrobat or the free Acrobat Reader. If PowerPoint isn't currently running, go ahead and launch it now. Then, open the file, make PDF from PowerPoint from the Chapter 4 folder. The PDF Maker for PowerPoint is installed automatically whenever a full version of Acrobat is installed. You can access this feature from the Acrobat tab at the top of the ribbon bar. If you don't see the Acrobat tab, then you may need to activate it in the File menu under Options. Select the Add-ins category and choose COM Add-ins from the Manage pull-down menu. Click Go. The Acrobat PDF Maker should appear in the list with a check mark next to it. If no check mark is visible, go ahead and check it now and click OK. If you didn't make any changes in this dialog box, go ahead and click Cancel. If you don't see the Acrobat PDF Maker at all, you may need to reinstall Acrobat. Acrobat doesn't support all the presentation features of PowerPoint. For example, it can't animate individual text or graphic elements on a page. And it only supports 15 of the over 30 page transitions offered by PowerPoint. And if you want to preserve audio and video, you have to insert it using the Embed Flash command here in the PDF Maker. But Acrobat will preserve your page design and any embedded hyperlinks. And don't forget that you can always add dynamic content in Acrobat itself. We'll show you how to do this later in the training. To see what Acrobat can do, let's apply some page transitions here in PowerPoint. Select the Transitions tab at the top of the ribbon bar. You can select individual slides here in the Slide panel, and then apply transitions one at a time. Or you can apply the same transition to all the slides by selecting the first slide, and then holding the Shift key and clicking the last slide. You can also press Ctrl-A to select all the slides. Let's apply the fade transition to the slides. You'll see a brief preview of the transition here in the document window, and an icon will appear next to each slide indicating that a transition has been applied to the slide. To convert the presentation to the PDF format, select the Acrobat tab now at the top of the ribbon bar. To select the quality standard you want to use for the PDF file, click the Preferences icon now. Unlike Excel, which uses primarily vector-based text and numbers, PowerPoint frequently depends upon pixel-based images and effects. When you select a PDF preset, the main factor in your decision should be the final use of your presentation. You should ask yourself, is the presentation mainly for viewing on the computer screen or on a projector? Or is the main purpose for printing? If your goal is to output the presentation on the nearest laser or inkjet printer, then choose the standard or high-quality print presets. Or you can create a custom preset that downsamples the images to no less than 200 pixels per inch. Any of these options should be quite sufficient for printing purposes. But if your goal is for the screen, then choose smallest file size. It downsamples the images to no less than 100 pixels per inch. But since the best display and computer projector top out at 96 pixels per inch, this should give you sufficient quality and a relatively small file size. The other options may appear familiar to you now if you've watched the other PDF Maker lessons. This option will open the PDF file in Acrobat once it's complete. This option prompts you for the PDF file name. If you uncheck it, it uses the name of the PowerPoint presentation automatically. Choose this option to convert the document information in PowerPoint into Acrobat metadata. Choose this option if you want to create a PDF-A archive quality PDF file. If you want to attach the original PowerPoint file to your PDF file automatically, choose this option. To convert the slide titles into bookmarks, choose this option. This option converts hyperlinks within the file to hyperlinks within your PDF file. Then choose Enable Accessibility to create a file that's accessible to people with visual disabilities. This option will convert any multimedia inserted using the Embed Flash command in the PDF Maker. This option will preserve the slide transitions we just applied in PowerPoint. If you've hidden any files in the PowerPoint presentation, choose this option to include them in the PDF file. And finally, choose this option to include your speaker notes in the file as well. Choose Security if you want to add a password to prevent people from opening the PDF file, or add a permissions password to prevent people from altering, printing, or copying the contents. When you're finished making your selections, go ahead and click OK to keep your changes, or Cancel to return to the previous settings. As with Word and Excel, the PDF Maker also allows you to create a PDF file and automatically attach it to an email, or create a PDF file for a comment and review cycle. When you're ready to create the PDF file, go ahead and click the Create PDF icon. If you've made any changes in the file, the PDF Maker will ask you to save those now. Click Yes to continue. As you may have expected, the PDF Maker will use the PowerPoint file name as the default PDF file name. You can change it now if you want. Click Save to keep the name as it is. In a few moments, the PDF presentation will open automatically. You can navigate through the slides by using the thumbnails, as in PowerPoint. Or you can open the Bookmarks navigation pane, where you'll notice that the slide titles have been automatically converted into bookmarks. But the real show can only be seen in full screen mode. To enter full screen mode, select View, Full Screen Mode, or press Ctrl L. As you navigate from slide to slide, Acrobat will play the selected transition. If Acrobat doesn't support a particular transition, the program will ignore it and simply jump to the next slide. Later, we'll explore how to add transitions and dynamic content to create slideshows directly inside of Acrobat. When you're done viewing the slideshow, press Escape to return to the normal interface. If you upload the PDF file to the internet, you may want the presentation to go to full screen mode as soon as someone opens it. This is easy to do. Just choose File, Properties, and select Initial View. Now set up the file to open the page only to single page layout. Choose Fit Page to make sure the presentation fills the entire window. And most importantly, choose Open in full screen mode. Click OK to apply your changes, and be sure to save the file before you close it. If you want to test it, go ahead and close the file now, and then reopen it by clicking the file name right here in the Recent File list. When you choose yes, the slideshow will start automatically in full screen mode. Acrobat won't replace PowerPoint as one of the leading presentation packages, but its capability for saving a presentation to the PDF format and distributing it by email or by the internet offers the promise of getting your information in front of more eyes more quickly than any other means.